Everybody, what's happening? So tonight we're going to take a look at the old smoked rib porter and see how that's going. Let's go check out things in the brew shed and see how they're coming along. Man, what a day. Sun is shining. Sun is shining. Good day to be alive. Let's go check out things. Cheers. Okay, here we are, living it up in the brew shed. So I did the smoked porter on the 18th, 10 days ago. I actually did rack it into secondary this past Saturday because I needed a primary fermenter for my very first funky beer. Pretty excited about this. I got to give a big shout out to a good friend of mine, Brandon Richter, for supplying me with this yeast. It is called Funktown from the East Bay. It's a pale ale yeast. It's basically, from what I understand, it is a mixture of Vermont ale yeast and a Saccharomyces mix that's supposed to give some really cool pineapple whatnot esters. So we're going to check on it right now. And got no action from it. Now, granted, I didn't do a starter either, so that could be the reason why. We're just going to be patient. We'll check on it in the morning. But for now, what we're going to do, we're going to check the smoke rib porter. And it's funny because the Funktown yeast requires you to ferment at 20. And this basically kicked back up a little bit, which actually works out okay because I needed to give it a diacetyl rest anyways. So without further ado, let's get our tools out and get them cleaned and sanitized. We'll take a sample. Because I will be honest with you guys, when I racked over to secondary, I was very, very good. I didn't take a sample, didn't take a smell, didn't do anything. I wanted to get my first impressions on video for you guys. I'm kind of nervous. But nervous, excited. Like when you're a little kid on Christmas morning. You know, you're hoping for that Transformers Lego set, and you get it, and you're just like, boom, over the moon. Or it could be the other way. It could be, you know, you ask for the Transformers Lego set, you end up getting something like from GoBots or something like that, like some really cheesy Chinese knockoff. So we got a 50-50 shot. It's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. But without further ado, let's get the crack-a-lackin', shall we? Okay. So a little bubblage here. So we're going to take an accurate, sort of general reading. And we're sitting at, looks like, what do I call that, 1010. So that is 1.010 on 6/28/16. Now, for the moment of truth, well, things are dying down now. I think we're going to be okay. Yeah. It's sitting actually 1012. 1012. Put this down. And here we go. Moment of truth. This is like really nerve-wracking. Because this is like sort of... This is fun. And there's you get a very, very slight... more of a chocolate, malty... Obviously chocolate and roasted notes from the chocolate malt and the black patent malt that I added. And there's a really, 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 really slight smoke aroma to it. Cheers, everybody. Here goes nothing. Huh. I'll be honest, it wasn't really what I was going for. But there's something in there that rounds out the bottomness. Rounds out the bottomness? Rounds out your bottomness. Rounds out the bottom portion of the beer and just sort of comes forward at the end and finishes slightly acrid. Now, I don't know if that's the smoke. I wouldn't say acrid. Acrid probably isn't the right word either. There's definitely more of a... You get a good punch of... Well, it's not a huge punch, but you get a slight... No, it's the wrong words there, too. Hang on, I gotta try another again. Another sippy poo. a hint of chocolate. It's really slight, like really, really slight, which is good. Overall, it's really well balanced, I think. But there's something on the back end of the beer that I can't put my finger on. I don't know whether that's the smoke. It's definitely not like another smoked porter that I've had in the past, which was just like really, really smoky. And all I really wanted just like a hint, something to just sort of round out the bottom end of the beer. And I think I may have hit it, but it's honestly too early to tell. I'm not going to toot my own horn because once I get this kegged and get it cooled down and carved up, we'll know a little bit more. But yeah, I think we'll be able to. Spencer's here. He approves or disapproves. I can't really tell. I don't speak dog. But I think we'll be able to. We'll be able to get it kegged and carved, and I think we'll be able to make a more informed decision as the beer ages. So what I am going to do, I'm going to keg it this week, because I think we're there. Fermentation is done. I'll check it again tomorrow, but I mean, honestly, 1012 from 1050, do calculations in my head, 4 and a bit %, I'm assuming. Maybe a little bit on the mid to high fours, I think, which is fine, which is great. I wanted a low ABV porter, which is good. Not really a porter is a sessionable beer, but there's something on it that is coming forward. It's not bacony, it's not porky. There's a hint of something there, and I can't put my finger on it. And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because I think that gives the beer some really good character. Was I really hoping for like a porter that came through with a whack load of like smoked rib flavor? Maybe. But it's so hard to tell because this is the first time I've done this brew this way. I mean, this is my standard porter recipe. I've done it many, many times before, but added that little bit of that little spin to it, and it's working. It works. I mean, I don't know whether the heat from the smoke was able to crystallize the malt slightly. Maybe that's it. The rib rub, you get nothing out of it, which is fine. There's definitely something there on the back end, like I've said over and over and over again, that I think adds to that does add to the body of the beer, and I think it wins. I think it wins for sure. I think what I'll try next time, though, when I do this again, because I will, really, go get him, is I will mill the malt, and I'll wet it. And then keep it in the strainer basket for the entire length of time, for that full hour. But I think wetting it will allow more smoke, flavor, and aroma to adhere to the malt, I think. And then allow it to dry, and then add it to the grist, I think. So I think overall, I think we got a winner. I think we do have a winner. I mean, time will tell, because I'm going to bottle some bombers, and I'm going to tuck them away, and we'll see if the flavors come forward a little bit. And hopefully they should. Either way, I have rambled on excessively enough. So this is Sammy, the 30 Brewers, saying if you're going to do something, you do it with a homebrew, or in this case, a beer sample. And yeah, there's something in there that works. So yeah, do something, do it with a homebrew. And by all means, keep calm and brew on. Most importantly, please be safe. Now, if this is your first time watching any one of my videos, I encourage you to subscribe. I do a video like this every Wednesday and every Saturday. Now, like I said, this Saturday's video is going to be the 1,000 subscriber contest winner. So if you haven't got your picture in, email it to me at thriftybrewer@gmail.com. That's thriftybrewer@gmail.com. All the names go into a hat. Sarah and Bex pick out the winner. All right, guys, thanks so very much for watching. I almost want to have another sample. Is that wrong? Anyways, we'll see you on Saturday with the winner. Cheers, you guys. Thanks so much. Take care. All the best. Cheers.